Madam Speaker and members, this bill, which has been before us before, certainly is a very difficult bill, but no difficult than many of the other bills that we have before us that tends to look at some of the practices of industries. And certainly, we have the greatest respect for agriculture. Without them, the food that we have just eaten for lunch would not be possible. And so we have the greatest respect for them. And at the same time, this is not an indictment on every farmer or every executive in the agriculture industry, but not unlike other industries, there's always violations that have to be managed more appropriately. This effort is an effort to put together a policy to help us better manage those cases where people have been in fact mistreated. And again, it doesn't mean that the majority of the farmers or agricultural professionals are mistreating their workers. It doesn't mean that at all. And it never meant it in any other industry where we impose or propose a law. All it simply is saying that there are some bad actors. And so I know we are not suggesting that these bad actors should walk and roll over free. No, they should not. We don't allow it in any other profession, and we can't allow it in agriculture either. So in summary, I think it's key to understand that this is certainly not an indictment on our agricultural community and farmers, most of whom, the majority of whom, have been, I think, heroes in terms of being the supplier of our food supply that we have, being the supporters of our restaurants and responsible for the food that we eat. And we're grateful for that. But at the same time, I want to say with equal passion, how dare we try to say that the very few who have not been good actors should walk freely because the majority have done the right thing. Those very few minority agriculture persons for whom there is some concern that precipitated the need for this policy. There's been some effort to design the policy in a way that it would not be negative impacts on the industry as a whole. I think that at the end of the day, all of us understand and truly feel that people should be treated humanely. I see this bill as not a bill that belongs to the farmers, not a bill that belongs to those who are the direct relatives of those who happen to be farm workers, but I see this as a Californian bill, a bill for lawmakers, for all of us to stand up and take a position in terms of where we stand. I stand on the side of humanity for those individual few workers who have in the past been mistreated by only a few people. And I think that this law is an effort to send a strong message on behalf of this body that we are lawmakers who have a zero tolerance for that kind of inhumanity. I ask for an aye vote.